What's good, Washington fans? So we won against the Utah Jazz. We have swept the Utah Jazz, bring the brooms out. They were on a 24 home game winning streak, and we went in there and snapped the streak. So we went 125 to 121. I went to sleep when we were up by 19, or rather like 15. I know we were up by at least double digits when I went to sleep. The game started at 9, so it was a little late. We do play the Kings tomorrow night at 10 p.m., so I'll probably be able to watch like the first half, and then I got to go to bed and get up for work. But good win. So now we're 2 games behind the 10th seed, the playing game. So for the people who wanted to tank, it did not help out our lottery pick stance, but it did help us, get into the playing game, into the a potential postseason game. So. But Russell Westbrook once again played really well. Another triple double. That's what he does. I mean, he's just an automatic triple double. That's what he does. So how much did he had 25, 14 assists and 14 boards. I mean, the man went crazy, hitting the little backboard shot, hit it a couple times, hit the pull-up jumper. He was doing his thing last night. Russell Westbrook, after the All-Star break, has been really, really, really good. If we could have got the Russell Westbrook the way he's been playing now, if he would have played that way in the beginning of the season, then we could have at least been an 8th seed, a 7th seed, possibly even a 6th seed in the East, because the East is just not a good conference at all. Bradley Beal played pretty well, 34 points on a minute restriction. Now, towards the end of the game, he did miss a free throw. He missed both free throws, which was pretty annoying because in the clutch, he hasn't really played well in the clutch. He's been missing some shots. He's not traveled. He's, slipped on the floor, fell on his feet, just slipped and fell in the clutch. The Celtics game where he went to the corner and he got tied up, and we should have won that Celtics game. So there's been some unclutched moments from Bradley Beal during the course of this season and kind of over the years, to be honest with you. But he played well, 34 points, had the back issue, back tightness, soreness or whatever, on a minute restriction. Scott Brooks lifted the minute restriction, just had to let the guy play because we got to win some games. If Scott Brooks wants to still be the head coach next year, which I highly doubt that happens, then you just got to play your stars. You got to play your better players. It is what it is. And Bradley Beal played well, 34 points, hit a couple mid-range shots, as he always hit a couple threes. Had a nice duel against Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell went crazy against us in the first quarter. And then he kind of slowed down a little bit. I mean, he still had 30 points, but we kind of slowed that down because the first quarter he went crazy where he just snatched Ish Smith and they hit a step back jumper. But Ish Smith, he crossed the mess out of Bogdanovich. He made Bogdanovich do a 360 spin around. Ish Smith got to the cup real easy on a fast break. So Ish Smith played better. This was one of Ish Smith's better games for sure. Raul Neto played well. My man Daniel Gafford, man. I love me some Daniel Gafford, man. That man can finish around the rim, lobs, just throw it up to him. He'll finish. He'll dive on the floor. He'll get a steal. He'll block shots. He'll rebound the ball. He'll do whatever you ask this man to do. And he just came off a nasty sprained ankle injury, and I love Gafford. I got to give him credit to Robert Lopez, the hook shot. Robert Lopez has been hitting his hook shot, man. He's been really good. He didn't miss a shot last night. He had 10 points. He was 5 for 5 from the field. Only had 2 rebounds, so I want to see him do better with that. But he's finishing. I mean, he just plays an ugly game. It's not a pretty game. It's an ugly game. He looks like the Geico caveman, got all the hair, fooling around with the mascots. But he's been playing really. I got to give Robert Lopez his credit. He can barely jump over a phone book, and I've kind of hated on him because he'll miss layups, easy layups. He'll miss dunks. He won't finish around the rim. He got dunked on by Gobert, but he played well. He was killed. Gobert was the defensive player of the year last year, right? And he's hitting hook shot after hook shot after hook shot after hook shot on Rudy Gobert last night. I mean, he played well. I got to give him his credit. He played well. He's got that hook shot down. It's almost unstoppable out there what Rolo is doing. So I got to give him his credit too. Hashimura only had 4 points. I want to see more from him. Denny Avdia, like I said, it's a slow process with his development. He started, but he played 10 minutes, had 0 points. Alex Len had 3 points. Want to see a little bit more from him. I still like Alex Len, but Gafford's just better than him, and Robert Lopez has been playing better than Alex Len right now. Davis Bertans hit a 3 and got fouled. Hit a 4-point play, which was huge on that run where we extended the lead to like 109 to 90. I was watching the game on my phone, put my phone away for a second, then I come back. We're up by like 10 points. Then we go up by like 15 points. I was like, whoa, this is balling. Davis Bertans had 10 points off the bench. Four rebounds, so he's actually doing something other than just shooting threes. He's rebounding the ball and played a little bit better defensively against Joe Ingles. The guy who looks so slow and fat, but he can score. Joe Ingles, he looks so unathletic. He doesn't look like an NBA player, but he's 6'8", he's like fat as a mug, and he scores somehow. Garrison Matthews had 3 points. Isak Bonga gave some good minutes. He had 5 points. He had a 3. He played well for the minutes that he got. Once again, Gafford had 15 points, 4 rebounds, played his butt off. Ish Smith had 9 points, played really well. Raul Neto played really well. Anthony Gill did not play. Chandler Hutchinson did not play. And Cassius Winston did not play. Donovan Mitchell had... Bojan Bogdanovic had 33 points, the former Wizard, the elite 3-point shooter, but he can't play defense at all. Gobert had 12 points, 12 rebounds. So he had a double-double. Donovan Mitchell had 42 points. He went crazy, man. 42 points and still took a fat L from the Wizards. We just own the Jazz. You know, we swept them. We just own them. You know, we just own them. That's what we do to the Jazz. For some reason, we beat good teams. We just can't beat the bad teams. That's just how we are. And a lot of that does come down to injuries and things like that, you know. And you know, Scotty Brooks, just got to get the guys ready. So before I get out, let's go over the standings really quick here, because we are only 2 games behind the Chicago Bulls for the play-in spot. So we're 20-33. The Bulls are 22-31. We're 2 games behind the playoff spot, behind the play-in spot. The Indiana Pacers are 25-27. Like I said, I mean, if they would have played well, we could have been a 6th. The Charlotte Hornets are 27-25, and they're the 6th seed. And then you look at the West. The 6th seed in the West is 31-22. So there's a pretty darn big difference between the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. I mean, it's like this every year. It's been like that for the past decade. So it's not a surprise at all. But yeah, we'll see. So we'll look at the schedule as well. I think we have the easiest schedule remaining, record-wise. We play the Kings in Sacramento. The Kings are 22-32, so it's a winnable game. We lost to the Kings by 2 points last time. We played on the Pelicans with Zion. That's going to be a tough game. They're 25-29, so that's a losing record. And then we play the Pistons, who are 16-38, who are they're the worst team in the NBA. The Thunder, who are 20-33, and then we play the Warriors again, who are 26-28. Then the Thunder again. Then the Cavs, who are 19-34. So the next 6 or 7 games are against teams with losing records. So this is an opportunity for the Washington Wizards. We'll see what they do with it. Are they going to step up and win some games? They're finally healthy with Bradley Beal, Russell Westbrook, Gafford is back, Bertans is back, not resting. We'll see how they do it. We'll see if they step up. All right, you guys. Those are the Wizards. Peace.